Hey guys, what's going on? It's Uncle Tone. How you guys doing? Today I'm going to have my full review for you guys on the Dunu DN-17 Crater and DN-18 Hawkeye edition headphones from TopSound. Cool beans. Thanks to the very cool people over at TopSound for sending these over to me for review. I really do appreciate it. If those of you who have been watching my videos for a while will know that I did review the Aries headphones a while back. I like those quite a bit. Those were actually pretty decent headphones. So Dunu was kind enough to pass along a couple more pairs over to us. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check them out. I don't normally review two pairs of headphones at the same time, but since these are very similar in price and packaging and so on and so forth, I figured I could, probably go ahead and pull it off. You can pick these up over on Amazon as well as a few other places. I'll have a link to Dunu's website as well as Amazon right down there in the bottom bar, so you guys can go over and check them out if you're interested. The DN-17 Craters have a suggested retail price of $38, and the Hawkeye DN-18s are $30. So these are a little bit cheaper than the 17s for good reason, which we'll get to more of in a second. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the DN-17s first. Cool beans. So here we are with the DN-17s. We'll go ahead and pop them open, and as we all know, the packaging is very similar to another company that we're all very familiar with. Inside the package, you are going to get the headphones as well as this metal carrying case. This is a really solid carrying case. This is one of the nicest carrying cases I've seen included with a pair of headphones. It's really, really nice. It is metal. It's got a nice rubber seal around there. It might actually even be watertight. I'm not sure, but it's a solid case. It's really nice. And then the headphones are in here. We'll get to more of that in a second. Also included in the package, you're going to get stuff falling out of the package. Good job, Tone. A warranty card tells you how to, all about your warranty and so on and so forth. A little microfiber cleaning cloth, which is always good to keep your headphones clean. And then another leatherette style case. Dunu includes a lot of cases with their headphones. They never include just one case. There's always like at least two, sometimes three cases included with their headphones. So this one's just a nice black leatherette style case. And then inside here, you're of course going to get the shirt clip that fell out earlier, as well as a 1/4 inch adapter, which is gold plated. Looks pretty good. I haven't tried it out, but it looks pretty decent. An airline adapter for the planes that still use, the old airline jacks, so you don't get your eardrums blown out. They have a nice little airline adapter there, which is pretty cool. And then a plethora of tips. They do come with two tips on it of the wide flange, but you're also going to get small, medium, and large in the wide flange, as well as small, medium, large, and extra large in the narrow flange. The narrow flange and wide flange basically just controls how much sound is traveling through the tip, and it does affect the sound quality somewhat. Not a whole lot, but it does affect it a little bit. I went with the standard wide flange tips that are on it. The narrow flange tips actually just kind of seem to reduce the bass a little bit. That's about all they really seem to do. And then, of course, you have the case itself. So we'll slide these over here to the side, and we'll go ahead and pop open this nice metal case. And inside we have the headphones. Cool beans. We'll set the case over here to the side. And here are the headphones themselves. The first thing I noticed about this is the wire is somewhat thin and somewhat firm. It's not a super flimsy, flexible wire. It's a little bit stiff. And it is a silvery kind of gray finish, not traditional black like most headphones, which is kind of cool. It's kind of neat, kind of different, kind of stands out a little bit. So there you go. They also have these rubber cable ties included with all of Dunu's headphones that they make. They have these rubber cable ties attached to them. I highly recommend you use this. Even though the cable is a flat cable design, it is quite thin, and they do tangle a little bit. So I highly recommend you use the included cable tie, or you're going to end up with a big mess like I have here right now. Actually, it's not a horrible mess. I just untangled them just like that, so it wasn't super difficult. Does have a recessed 3.5mm jack. Should work with just about any case you're using because it does have, you know, a little bit of extra room there. It is gold plated, so should work with just about every case you want to rock it with. It worked with every one I tried it with. Nice 45-degree angle jack, so it's not going to be sticking out real far. Seems to work pretty well, so there you go. Moving down to the splitter, it is of course plastic on this one. These are $38 headphones. Expecting metal splitters and stuff on them is a bit of a stretch, so you know, of course it's plastic. It does have a nice little slider on it, so you can adjust the length of the cable. Cool beans. And then sliding farther up the cable, you have the earbuds themselves. The cables going into them are pretty well enforced. You know, with these reinforcement pieces here, they seem pretty solid, pretty good. All metal construction, so no complaints there. And yeah, there you go. That's pretty much the earbuds. So they look really good, nice. They're a little bit, you know, they got a decent weight to them. They're not super heavy. I didn't have any problems with them falling out of my ears or anything like that. So there you go. That pretty much covers the build quality. It is as good as you can expect for $38. Maybe slightly better. I definitely say that these are definitely better constructed than something like Skull Candy. Skull Candy, every pair of Skull Candy headphones I've ever owned is broken. So these are definitely better constructed than something like, say, Skull Candy. They're definitely really good quality construction for the price. So there's nothing to complain about there. Moving on to sound quality. How do they sound, Tone? Well, these have kind of a forward mid sound. The sound stage is pretty darn good for 38 bucks. I generally was pretty impressed by the overall sound quality of these. They do distort a little bit at higher volumes, which is quite normal for a sub $50 pair of headphones. These are $38. They do distort slightly at higher volumes, but it has kind of a mid-forward sound. I don't mean there's no bass or no treble. There certainly is. The treble I found to be a little bit harsh near the upper end of the spectrum, a little bit harsh and slightly tinny. The bass is good, drops off near the lower extremity of the realm, so you know, if you have some kickers going or something like that, some kick drums or something like that, you might not be able to hear those too well, but generally speaking the bass is pretty robust, pretty punchy, pretty decent little thump. It's pretty good. It's not overpowering and doesn't overpower the rest of the music, so there you go. All in all, for 38 bucks, these are a really solid pair of headphones. I was pretty happy with them. Not really a whole lot to complain about. If you're looking for a good pair of throwaway headphones, and by throwaway headphones I don't mean throw them away because they're crappy. What I mean is a cheap pair of headphones, an inexpensive pair of headphones to carry around with you and just have in your bag, or you know, something like that. And then if you need a set, you've got them. If you happen to lose them, well, you're not out a couple $100. You didn't lose your nice earbuds. That's kind of what I mean by a throwaway pair of headphones. Just a decent pair of headphones to have kicking around in your bag in case you need them. These are a really solid option for that. Or if you're on a budget and you don't have more than, say, $50 to spend on a pair of headphones, you should be pretty well served by these. Cool beans. Let's move on to the DN-18s. Here we are with the Hawkeye DN-18s. The packaging I'm going to zip over really quickly because it is very, very similar to the other pair. Inside the package you get a hard shell fabric carrying case, not a metal one like the other ones. And then of course inside here you get all the same accessories. You get the airline adapter, the 1/4" adapter, the tips in small flange and large flange, as well as the microfiber cleaning cloth and, you know, the warranty, you know, information card. And then you get a leatherette style carrying case, as well as the shirt clip. Cool beans. The headphones I have here inside the hard case. Cool beans. It's not a super hard case. It is a little bit flexible on the side, but it should be good enough to protect your headphones, and that's really what you need them for anyway. So here are the DN-18s. Similar cable design as the DN-17s. Similar, so the same cable tie thing on it. Same recessed jack, also gold plated. Same silvery gray wire with the flat design. Still, I recommend using the cable tie because, because of the thin cable design, they will, tangle a little bit. As you can see, I have them here tangled here just a little bit, but they're not too bad. I just untangled them in a few seconds there, so no big deal. And then here we have the earbuds themselves. They do look very similar to the DN-17s, except these have the Dunu logo on the outside, whereas the other ones have the other different look on them. Despite the fact that they look very, very similar, they don't sound very, very similar. These ones come in at 30 bucks, and these are, I'm just gonna come right out and say it, these are bass lover headphones. If you love bass, and mids, you will love these headphones. As long as you don't care anything whatsoever about treble. It seems like Dunu just said, you know what, forget treble, we don't need treble, and completely threw it out the window because there is virtually no treble in these headphones whatsoever. These are thoroughly burned in. They've got 60 to 70 hours of use on them. I put it on loop on my iPod Shuffle with a standard playlist that I use, and I literally left them for about 2 days before I went back to try them again. And or my iPod Nano, sorry. And I literally left them for about 2 days, giving them rests and then turning them back on, giving them rests and turning them back on. They've been used for 60 to 70 hours. They are pretty thoroughly burned in. And the treble still absolutely sucks. It's virtually just non-existent. So I really have a hard time recommending the DN-18s, mainly because I like a fairly flat EQ'd headphone, maybe with slightly forward mids, kind of like the DN-17. Those are really solid pair of headphones for me. But the DN-18s here are just a piece of crap. They really are just horrible headphones. Unless you like bass. If you just want to listen to bass, really bass heavy, bass laden tracks, these would be good. But for anything other than that, forget about it. They're horrible. Cool beans. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much going to do it for my review on the Dunu Crater DN-17 and Hawkeye DN-18 headphones by TopSound. Thanks again to the very cool people over at TopSound for sending them out to me. I really do appreciate it. I was pretty pleased by the DN-17s. However, the DN-18s did not meet my standards whatsoever, unfortunately. There you go. Thanks again for watching. I hope you guys have found this review helpful. Don't forget to smash the like button down there if you like the video. Maybe go ahead and favorite it. That definitely helps me out. And we'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Cool beans. Rock on.